Breaker 19, you're tuning in only for trucks. Come on back, brother. Please subscribe, brother.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. As you can see, I'm not driving 007, the normal unit. That is because yesterday she had to get hauled home. Today is Wednesday. I guess it's 10th, I think. Horrible with dates. But anyway, on Monday, started to make a little bit of a fluttery kind of noise. I'll show you guys a little clip of that. And after trying to figure it out and seeing how it progressed as I drove the truck, we took it to a local friend of ours. We did a little checking with a laptop and we did some testing, and it seemed to be a weak injector. It was very, very, very minor as far as the numbers were concerned. It didn't seem like a huge issue. It was very, very minor. Like I said, it was like almost no difference. It was very close, but just enough to notice. So we figured, you know, we already had a load schedule for the next morning. We'll run it, get it home, do the injector, do whatever we have to do, figure it out. Well, the next morning, on the way up to the job in North Jersey, it got worse. And I'll show you a clip of what that sounded like. So from that moment, we decided to park it. Boss man came with the trailer, picked me up, we trailered it home. And we're not sure, you know, exactly how it went down, but we'd like to think that the engine brake housing, well, they call it a pack brake or seat brake or anything like that. We believe that that assembly had cracked first, and then it fully came apart. And there's also a broken bolt that mounts the rocker assembly. That was broken as well, which in turn broke the rocker assembly. So we don't know what broke first. We don't know what led to what or what caused it, but that is what broke. It was all in cylinder 4, which is also where that a little bit weaker injector number was coming from. So if something let go first, caused the rocker assembly to move a little bit, caused that fluctuation with that cylinder. That's what we're thinking. But like I said, we don't know exactly. There was no telltale sign of like one thing, you know, and luckily in my case, I didn't make any major mistake. You know, I've been racking my brain about what I could have done to it because I didn't feel good about the situation. But I didn't over rev it. I didn't like hard jake it. There wasn't like something I did. I didn't miss a gear and it was just like difference. Like there wasn't anything like that. It just happened very slowly and, you know, got worse, you know, as I drove the truck. So I don't want to say it's entirely my fault. I'd like to think it was age and wear. I mean, that motor has a lot of miles on it. We're talking more than 700,000. The head only has, you know, 100, maybe 150,000 miles. So it's not, you know, it's not totally old and worn out, but it's also not new either. But with all that being said, boss man, being the hustler that he is, has the parts, you know, the next day here today, and plans on putting it back together. And hopefully that thing runs as normal as it was, and I'll be trucking that thing again tomorrow, maybe Friday. See how that goes. But for today, I'm running Nick's truck, and you know, I'm lucky enough for him to let me cruise it and you know, take the day to himself. So here we are up at this place. It's up kind of near Tobyhanna, Pennsylvania, if you're familiar. And it's snowing now. But yeah, we're getting this deal unloaded, and I'll be heading on back. So I figured what I will do is slap a GoPro on the truck and show you guys me driving this thing. It I don't know if it's a 450 or 485 Cummins with a 10 speed. So it's a little different than what I'm used to, but gets the job done, of course. And I've driven plenty of different trucks, so it's nothing new to kind of switch around and mix it up. But yeah, that's the game plan. I'm a little chilly standing here, and I probably look a little foolish to the guy unloading me, wondering why I'm standing over here filming myself. That's all right, I got used to that. But yeah, let's do a little trucking on home, and yeah, take a little ride. I always see this stuff on Facebook in the reels. It's this page called Caribbean Truckers, and it's usually trucks overseas. I don't know where they're at, but those guys are real, you know, they got happy feet. They're real jumpy on the throttle like that. And I've seen it in Jamaica and, like I said, maybe Brazil or Puerto Rico, I don't know. But this truck has that sound, and it cracks me up. And like, it, you know, not like when you're really rolling, but just that the little pops and stuff. Like, it's so funny. I can't help myself. Every time I'm like pulling out somewhere, I'm like, people start looking like I'm an idiot, and I'm just like, man, I can't help it. It sounds cool. It's so funny. I've noticed coming up here that so being a 10-speed, 1, 2, 3, 4th, and then it would be 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. So 4th and 9th in this thing, going downshifting into it, it's like a very, very, very narrow window. It's so hard to get it right. I missed it majority of the times. This guy's looking at me like I'm an idiot. I don't know why. How you doing, sir?
You have a slip for that load?
All right, guys, I gotta handle some paperwork real quick, and then I'll be back. All right, guys, that was just a put the logs in the wrong spot in the yard there. Apparently there's like tagged and not tagged. I didn't know the difference. Every time I've come up here, they just pull me up, unload me, and I leave. But that guy pulled me in there, and then he said they were supposed to come up top. I didn't know. It is what it is. They're not upset. It was just very, very easy deal, all good, luckily. But yeah, let's get on the road, shall we? Yeah, I was saying how, whatever that would be, 4th and 8th, or 4th and 9th, it's very, very tight window there to downshift into that gear. Definitely, I'm not great at it. It's also something to remember to get used to with the 10-speed where it comes back over to you. You go from running a normal 8, 13, or 18 speed, it's like going up there for high or coming over here. You gotta remember that. This road's only, I think 25. It says 15 here for the school, but then it's 25. And one guy, one other driver told me one time, he said, apparently there's a gentleman up the road that hates the trucks coming to the log yard, so he said try to keep it at 20 or less. So I always try to be gentle through here. I don't need anybody complaining and costing me my job. I know this can be kind of boring, so I'm gonna cut you guys to where we get to the end of this road. How's that? Whoa, almost missed that. My hand slipped. Oh, it didn't come out. See these wet roads really worry me because I'm light and it's cold enough to make ice, and I don't want to slide. I really don't. Nailed it. Missed that one a little bit. Not bad, not bad. Roll on. Yeah. Sounds pretty good. It's real deep, a little throaty, you know. I like it. The wind is brutal. Hopefully this mic's doing all right for you guys. Not sure what that was. Oh, we got a work crew. We're gonna hit the center. Give them boys some space. Hit a little downshift. Oh, not well. Almost. Come on, you're up there. There it is. Ah, too soon. I'm practicing. Wasn't all the way in there. I'm practicing. I'm learning. You know, bear with me. We got the light. It's so fun. How do you not? Like a 13 or an 18 speed in this thing, it would be ideal. 10 speed's just a touch far apart in my opinion. You kind of lose a little too much RPM, but it still works. Gets the job done. But a couple more options would be a little better, I think. As I said in the last video, I'm really excited to bring you guys some exciting news. I'm hoping this coming weekend, the old man and I can, you know, bring you guys up to speed on what we have going on. I'm definitely very excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. Always a lot of work, but a lot of fun. And no, we're not getting another truck. There isn't a new truck on the channel. Not yet. In the future, yes, there will be, but that's not it. It's not a truck. It's not like a new thing to work on. We both have a project I have the Mac. He's got his W900. We got plenty to do. So it ain't another project. I am kind of hoping though, my day-to-day work truck, hope she does get fixed by tomorrow or so. I mean, I'll be grateful if it gets fixed at all. It's not about rushing it either. Really nice to have her back, because the next step for that thing is to replace it for the time being. You know, she needs to be gone through, and that's the boss's, you know, baby. It's his first truck, so he does want to bring that to show quality and just enjoy it for shows and when he wants to. It's not going to be a work truck for the rest of its life, and I won't drive it for the rest of its life. So my time with her is limited, I should say. So it was almost this time. It was almost now. But then we assessed that we could repair it, and I think I get another little bit of time with her, and I'm grateful for that. I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm definitely not going to take it for granted, because I'm going to miss it, that's for sure. Driving this reminded me of that. This ain't bad, but it's not what feels like home, you know, what I've been in for the last year. Just, I'm comfortable with it. It's gotten used to it. It's like, you get so settled into something. And yes, I've enjoyed having the luxury of the power that it has. More than likely, I won't have anything like that on the next rig. Have something nice, have something cool, comfortable, fun, but won't run like that one. There aren't many trucks that do. I was spoiled, for sure. Well, guys, we got like one more run through the gears before I get on the highway. And yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. I've said enough, talked quite a bit. I got some downshifts to make here, and hopefully I don't mess them up. Come on. They're so tight. Like, I thought I had it there, but no. Try the next one. Like, I'm slow. They're so tight. Come on. Oh, you're down there. Really got to do a better job at this whole downshifting thing, but I don't have the heart to just rev it up and throw it. I'm not. Oh, I made that one, but I'm not confident. I made that one. See, oh, wasn't all the way in. Sometimes you can't think about it, right? You just got to do it. But I don't like missing it and then it grinding, so I have to think about it. Let's run through the top half. It's a lot easier to upshift this thing. One more. Good old 10th. That's it. Well, as always, everybody, I appreciate you watching. And if you haven't, please subscribe. Plenty more to come, and it's going to get real good. Yeah, that's all I can say. I appreciate every one of you. I'll see you in the next one.
Hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, brother. Over and out.